Now, the question on on people's mind right now is how does the municipality behave in an economy the way we're feeling right now? People are getting laid off, people are losing their job. Is it straight math to inflation and other costs that the municipalities are incurring, or do they take the economic situation or they don't that's not seen. They don't care if 100,000 people in Mississauga lose their job or not. I have no idea.
You're talking about the city's private sector, right? You're talking about
Yeah,
the city's private sector and job losses in the
yeah,
private sector.
that's right. The city
Obviously,
private sector. Yeah,
yeah, the city of Mississauga does have an economic development office, but I'll be honest that as cities, the way our municipalities and our jurisdictions are in Ontario, we are all creatures of the province. We don't have a lot of direct control over macroeconomic forces that impact our industries and our jobs. So as we see, whether it's the tariffs, whether it's any of these things, there's really very little that the city can do. We rely on the province and the federal government to make sure that our local businesses have adequate support. And we do, during COVID, for example, we had provided GST relief
yes,
to landlords, just as an example, for city-owned buildings. Obviously, I can't tell a private landlord what to do, but when the city was the landlord, we provided some property tax relief, sorry. And we hope that it's passed on. And the other problem is we are providing the property tax relief, but there's no way for me as a councillor to ensure that I'm giving the landlord property tax relief. Is it being passed on to the tenant, right? So those are the limitations that we have. But within the world that and the tools that we have, we try our best. Again, I keep coming back to my problem is not that as a city I don't want to provide social services. I do. I just don't want to put them on property taxes. So what a lot of cities have been asking for a long time is to give us other revenue tools so that we don't, just like, the provincial government has more than one tax. It has income tax. It has, I guess it collects, goods and services taxes. Let me give you an example. So when a new business comes to Mississauga, the city of Mississauga doesn't necessarily see any benefit from it because we maybe property taxes if there's a new building built, but and then we provide obviously we also provide extra services, but we don't get a share of the GST or HST as an example, right? So we don't really get an uplift because we don't have those revenue tools. But
hmm,
that said, more and more, cities are doing their best to attract more, I guess, business and more jobs. For example, when a builder builds, we always require the builder, when they build a high rise, to have retail and office space. So, we ask them to build office space because we don't want Mississauga to be a commuter city. I don't want Mississauga to be the city where you live here, but you have to go to Toronto or Hamilton to work. I want you
that's
to
right.
live here and work
And work
here,
here.
right? And
That's right.
so we do what we can to attract local businesses.